Right now, there is something in your wallet that is losing value. Are you aware of it? It is not because someone stole it from you. It is not because the market crashed. It is not because you made a bad decision. It is losing value simply because time is passing. People hold on to their habits, and the most disturbing part is that it looks exactly the same as yesterday. The number has not changed. It feels the same in your hand, but the things you can buy with it, that changes every day. Most people see cash as the safe choice, something tangible, something to hold on to when everything else feels uncertain. But this instinct, deeply human, completely understandable, is based on a misunderstanding of what money really is. And this misunderstanding comes at a cost, a slow, invisible, accumulating cost that most people do not recognize until it is already too late. But they are still holding that money in their hands. Welcome to 5 Minute Money. In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn one powerful idea that can change the way you think about money. If you find value here, subscribe for more. Now let's continue. Money is not wealth. It never was. Money is a claim, a temporary agreement between you and the system around you that this piece of paper or this number on a screen represents a certain amount of purchasing power. That agreement holds as long as the system honors it. And history tells us with remarkable consistency that systems do not honor it forever. Every major currency in history has lost value over time. Not some of them, all of them. The Roman denarius, the British pound, the German mark, the American dollar, each one over a long enough timeline has purchased less and less. This is not a conspiracy. It is not an accident. It is the natural consequence of how modern monetary systems are designed to function. Governments must spend money. When they spend more than they collect, they incur debt. Even politically, governments must spend without fully earning in order to remain sustainable. When borrowing is not enough, they create money. And each time new money enters the system without a corresponding increase in goods and services, the value of existing money decreases slightly. This is simple dilution, the same principle as adding water to milk. The glass still looks full, but the richness is not the same. The damage is not visible in the short term. A 1 or 2% decrease in purchasing power each year seems like nothing. It is easy to ignore. But accumulate that over 10 years, 20 years, a working lifetime, and the numbers become truly alarming. It is like a drop turning into a lake. What cost $1 in 1970 costs nearly $8 today. The money has not disappeared. It has simply become an increasingly smaller fraction of the value it once represented. And yet people continue to hold cash in large amounts, in savings accounts with interest rates that cannot keep pace with inflation, under mattresses, in emergency funds that slowly become permanent funds. The emotional comfort of cash is real. The financial logic of holding it indefinitely is not. It is a reality that goes beyond emotion. The people who understand this do not abandon cash entirely. That would be equally irrational. Cash has a role: liquidity, short-term stability, the ability to act quickly when opportunity appears. But they treat cash as a temporary holding position, not a destination. They understand that the goal is not to accumulate numbers. The goal is to preserve and grow purchasing power. Those are two very different objectives, and confusing them is one of the most common and costly financial mistakes a person can make. The transition from paper money to digital currency is already accelerating this reality. Central banks around the world are developing digital currencies that will eventually replace physical money. Every country is slowly preparing for this end. When this transition is complete, the last psychological anchor that gives paper money its sense of permanence, the ability to hold it, feel it, count it, will disappear. What remains will be a number in a system, a number controlled by the system, a visual made of digits, and perhaps many zeros. This is not a reason for despair. It is a reason for clarity. Understanding what money is, and more importantly, what it is not, changes your relationship with it. The system is changing. Lives are adapting. You stop seeing cash as a safe harbor and start seeing it as a tool, a useful tool, a necessary tool, but a tool with an expiration date. The question is not whether the value of cash will continue to decline. That question has already been answered by every century that came before this one. The only question that remains is whether you will account for that truth in the decisions you make today.